Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. Thank you so much for listening on a Friday. At this time each week, we like to shine the sunny spotlight on the Sioux Empire United Way. We have Christy Nicolaisen joining us today, and she's actually with the Multicultural Center in Sioux Falls. How you doing, Christy?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic as well. Now, you guys have got a lot of cool stuff that you do in the Sioux Falls area, and you're one of the groups that benefit from all of the people making donations. So let's talk a little bit about the Multicultural Center and some of the things you guys do there. How many people do you guys work with in a typical year?
Thousands. We have 19 programs and services. We have a after-school and out-of-school program, which has 6 services there. And there we work with over 700 kids. We have interpreting services, so we work with thousands of people there. We have driver's ed, immigration services, English classes, career closet. It's a plethora of services.
That's awesome. And this is a really cool thing because in the Sioux Falls area, we have people who moved to the area from other countries, and you guys work with them to help them kind of get a little acclimated to the Midwest and kind of get acclimated not only to a new community, but to a whole new country.
Absolutely. Yes, we do. And we it's really important to myself and to the board that we provide a lot of education, and that's very reflective in our educational programs to the youth. We know the youth is our future and our future leaders, and so we want to help them become as successful as possible. And so why everything that we do with youth is educational, academic, and social skills.
No, that's fantastic. Now, how many students do you guys work with in a typical year? Is it a pretty good number of students?
Yeah, it fluctuates anywhere from 800 to 700. We have done some changes this last year. We want to work with the kiddos more. And so before we had 2 programs that worked with 2 sets of kids. So Monday and Wednesday would be one set of kids, Tuesday, Thursday would be another set of kids. We made a decision in conversations with the principals to go to 4 days a week and sometimes 5 days a week to work with the same kiddos.
Nice.
And so we know, research-based, that we can help these kids move further academically.
Now, some of the different programs you guys do, I have a list here. It looks like you do quite a bit of stuff with that, and that's through the after-school program and the out-of-school program. What are some of the programs you guys offer through that?
We have 6 programs. One is called Foggy Reads. That is for ELL students, elementary, who the schools refer the kiddos to us, so they are behind academically in reading. And so we collaborate and complement the schools, and we work on reading skills. We work on social skills, and we also work on building race relations. There are over 2,000 English language learner students in the school district, and so that represents a lot of different countries, and so we're very conscious and deliberate about working on race relations with these kiddos. We have another program called Native Count, and that is a math program. Again, schools refer to us to help these students improve their math skills. And we work with elementary school children with that too. All the research says out there, especially with the reading, it's by the end of 3rd grade, you're not at reading level. You could become illiterate. Because once you start 4th grade, that's when you read to learn. Up to that, you learn to read. So we want these kids to succeed, so we're really working on skills. Math, same kind of thing, that's only in 8th grade though. So we're trying to get kids up to grade level or passing that so they can succeed in school and in life. We have a program called Self-Defense Judo. It used to be karate. We moved to judo just because it's a more reflective art. And the really important component with the self-defense program is we work on anti-bullying. A lot of these kids run into problems with, being picked on. And so we have an instructor who's fantastic, who sits there and works with them. And if you're being picked on, what are some alternatives to do not to be violent? And they will be taught how to defend themselves, but really working on how to verbally talk yourself out of something. We have a program called Native Youth Club, and that is teaching Native culture. And that's a really important program to us because we looked at the South Dakota Office of Indian Ed 7 essential understandings that they set up a curriculum. And so we really teach that to the children, and not only to Native Americans, but non-Natives. And So we're teaching, again, race relations and how to build a better future for us. So we talk about Lakota language, and we talk about Lakota culture, and we talk about all the different Native cultures here in South Dakota. And then we provide 4 weeks, 4 different sessions of 2-week summer classes. We have 8 weeks of summer camp. Everything there is based on academics. Everything there is tied back to standards. Because as you see all the research out there, we want the kiddos to retain the skills that they've learned in school and then learn new skills. And then they should be further ahead when they start the new school year. So we really are focused on academics, building relationships, and building future leaders.
That's awesome. You guys have got a lot of programs that you do there. That is fantastic. And again, we're visiting right now with Chrissy. She is with the Multicultural Center in Sioux Falls. Now, you guys have a fundraiser coming up this weekend, right? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, sir, we do. We have 16 chefs coming in. It is popular vote, but this is to help raise funds for us because 19 programs is costly, and a lot of our services are free. So, like, why it's so cool that United Way supports us with the after-school program is with 700, 800 kids, we provide all the transportation from school to our programming and home. We provide healthy snacks because we know some of these kiddos aren't going to have a meal when they go home. So we're doing a fundraiser this Saturday from 5 to 7. You can buy tickets, but the competition is incredible. Oh, we have Washington and Roosevelt High School coaches cooking off. Nice. We have the police department and the highway patrol, and there's a cook-off there. We have the fire department there. We have National Guard there. We have a variety of chefs, food from around the world. It's going to be fantastic. You can sample everyone. You can go back to the chefs. Like, well, actually, one of my staff members said she only made it through 9 last year, and she was stuffed.
Oh, cool.
So it's a full meal, and it's popular vote. So those who come get to pick the winners.
Nice. Now, that's coming up this Saturday from 5 till 7, did you say?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And it's located at the Multicultural Center?
Yep, at 515 North Main Avenue.
Well, we're going to send them out for that. And, folks, if you'd like to get some more information about the Sioux Empire United Way, I'm going to give you a really simple way to get that. SEUW.org. That's their website. A lot of folks make their contribution right through their check, at their employer. But if that's not something that's offered where you work, that's okay. You can still do it. Again, go to their website, SEUW.org. Chrissy, thank you again for chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Again, Chrissy is with the Multicultural Center in Sioux Falls, one of the many organizations that benefits from your contribution to the Sioux Empire United Way.